Imagine a world shaped not only by the hands of history, but by the enduring principles of Stoicism. This realm exists, where inner peace is not an afterthought, but the foundation upon which societies thrive. We're taking you into a world where ancient wisdom molds modern life. But first, we pause and reflect on the origins of Stoic thought. In the flourishing heart of ancient Greece, Zeno of Citium, a merchant-turned-philosopher, planted the seed of Stoicism. Following a shipwreck that cost him his fortune, Zeno didn't weep over his fate. He forged a philosophy as enduring as Greece's olives, vigorous, evergreen, and surprisingly versatile. Unlike his contemporaries who cherished their private gardens, Zeno was a man of the people, sharing his wisdom under the open skies. What began as Zenoism, named after him, soon evolved. For the Stoics are humble. They do not crave their names in neon lights, nor do they wish their teachings to be the doctrine of the all-knowing. Zeno's thoughts were fertilized by the Cynics. These are not the modern-day skeptics, but a group of live-like-a-dog philosophers, including Socrates' protege, Antisthenes. They sniff out pretense and bark at anything inauthentic. Enter Chrysippus, the mastermind who took the baton from Cleanthes, sprinting forward to sculpt Stoicism into the robust philosophy it is today. It caught on fast. From the minds of the mighty following Alexander to the sacred halls of Roman emperors, Stoicism became the philosophical trend, similar to the iPhone of wisdom. Like a trilogy, the Stoic saga divides into 3 acts, the early Stoa setting the stage, the middle Stoa hitting its stride with luminaries like Palladius and Posidonius, and the late Stoa charming us with figures such as Musonius Rufus, the ever-resilient Epictetus, the philosopher king Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca, the statesman with a flair for drama who taught the art of staying calm in the treacherous waters of Roman politics. Epictetus, once enslaved, turned every setback into a step forward with a shrug and a smile. Marcus Aurelius, too, stood apart. He penned his meditations not on some silken pillow, but amid the grime and sweat of the battlefield. Now, envision Stoicism as a tree, with branches reaching out into every aspect of life. Its trunk, strong as a Spartan, is Logos, the universal reason. The roots, deep and sustaining, symbolizing apatheia or unshakable calm. The leaves, whispering with potential, signifying prohairesis, the power of choice. And the fruits, they are juicy pearls of wisdom, ready for the picking. Zeno once tripped, and instead of blushing, he remarked, "Why, thank you, obstacle, for teaching me to watch my step." His wit turned slips into lessons, making the ordinary a rehearsal for greatness. Fast forward to our era, to a realm where Stoicism is not a forgotten school of thought. Rather, it's the psychological six-pack we all strive for. In boardrooms, leaders choose courage over comfort. In classrooms, students grasp the power of perspective. Stoic influence is as widespread as the smartphone in our pockets. Yet Stoicism doesn't pervade every facet of our world. We consider, how would our world transform if Stoic wisdom permeated every layer of society today? In this Stoic utopia, people thrive on simplicity and contentment. The rhythm of life is dictated by the pursuit of tranquility, where material excess yields to sustainable living and personal growth. In this society, less is more. Serenity reigns. The chase for riches and gadgets gives way to a communal quest for peace and wisdom. Communities flourish, where each person cultivates their literal and metaphorical garden, fostering and thriving ecosystems of contentment. Sustainability is not a trend, it's a tradition. Personal growth is not a buzzword. It is forged into the structure of society through every interaction and aspiration. In villages, each home boasts a garden, and come evening, families gather under the shade of ancient trees. A father sits with his child, imparting the value of simplicity. The child inquires, "Father, why do we have a small garden while others possess grand mansions?" The father, with a smile, responds, "Child, our garden is our treasure. It teaches us to nurture, to delight in the simple things, and to find joy in contentment. Furthermore, relationships blossom on mutual respect and the pursuit of common good. Passion, while acknowledged, is tempered by self-awareness and the longing for enduring bonds. Communication is indeed thoughtful, not impulsive. Conflicts, managed with grace, lead to development instead of resentment. Romance is ignited not by a mere Tinder swipe, but through shared principles and cultivated by reflective understanding. Friendships resemble a chapter in a collective novel, each individual's tale adding richness to the story. Families liberated from digital distractions engage in philosophical discussions at dinner, passing down a legacy of emotional intelligence and shared respect. In a bustling city park where individuals engage in meaningful dialogue, you find a couple that are strolling side by side, united by common values. They meet an elderly couple together for decades and ask, "How do you maintain such a strong relationship?" The elder replies, "It's about respect, understanding, and nurturing love, not only in words, but in deeds. Simply that." Furthermore, the economy hums with the spirit of cooperation and communal welfare. Businesses prioritize ethical practices over profit, while schools become temples of learning, where critical thought and virtue are paramount. Marketplaces are where you'll find competition to be friendly. And in this realm of enterprise, success is measured not by profit margins, but by positive impacts. Here, entrepreneurs are the philosophers of commerce, innovating for the greater good. Nearby, you stumble upon a thriving market square, a place where entrepreneurs proudly display products with labels that read, "Ethically sourced." A young entrepreneur approaches an older one, asking, "Why prioritize ethics over profit?" The seasoned entrepreneur explains, "In this world, success is measured not by the money, but by the positive impact we leave on people and the planet. This is the ethics of doing good business." In academic classrooms, young minds aren't crammed with facts, but are ignited with the fire of curiosity and moral reasoning. Schools resemble the lyceums of old, where lessons on character stand equal to those on calculus, molding not just skilled workers, but enlightened citizens. Inside a packed classroom, a young teacher stands before a group of eager students. She asks, "Class, what do you want to learn today?" A student raises their hand and says, "I want to understand why things are the way they are." The teacher nods and replies, "Excellent. Today, we shall set off on a quest for curiosity and moral reasoning." As the lesson unfolds, the classroom transforms into a place of vibrant discussion and exploration. Students passionately debate the ethical dilemmas of the world. A student asks, "How do we balance progress with responsibility?" The teacher smiles and replies, "That's what we're here to discover." In this educational haven, the walls are adorned with quotes from philosophers of old. Lessons on character and ethics are as important as math and science. The classroom in this Stoic utopian realm is indeed a place where wisdom and virtue are nurtured alongside knowledge. Governance, too, is an embodiment of collective wisdom and integrity. Laws aren't instruments of control, but pathways to justice, ensuring that every individual's dignity is the bedrock of order. Governments are less of a power structure and more of a wisdom council, where officials are chosen for their ethical compass rather than their political clout. Courthouses echo with the intent to rehabilitate rather than retaliate. Legislation is crafted not behind the smoke of closed doors, but in the clear light of public assemblies, where every voice can be heard and dignity is not just upheld, but celebrated. Whenever there is a town hall meeting where people gather to discuss laws, young citizens ask, "Why are our leaders different here?" The elders respond, "Our officials are chosen for their wisdom and integrity, not their power. Laws are not tools of control, but paths to justice. We celebrate dignity for all." Even architecture mirrors the Stoic soul, for they are structures that are designed to encourage communal living, introspection, and harmony with the environment. These aren't simply shelters, they are sanctuaries. Sanctuaries for the human spirit. Open plazas invite contemplation and community gatherings. Homes are havens of calm, designed with nature in mind. Roof gardens under starlit skies and courtyards that let the morning sun awaken the soul. Public buildings stand not to intimidate, but to inspire, with open doors and wide windows that metaphorically and physically promote transparency and light. In a quiet, serene neighborhood, a couple open the wide windows of their home to welcome the morning sun. They step onto their roof garden under a starlit sky, finding tranquility. A passerby asks, "Why are your homes so different?" The couple smiles and replies, "Our homes are designed to inspire introspection and harmony with nature, where every corner is a sanctuary for the soul. Such is the essence of a warm home." In this blissful Stoic utopia, religion transcends rituals, championing the Stoic belief in the divine spark within each person, guiding everyone toward virtue and unity with the universe. In this spiritual landscape, where the altars become hearts and the hymns become actions, religion isn't about opulent display but inner enlightenment. Temples are as much within as they are without, encouraging a communion with the divine essence that resides in all. Inside a humble place of worship, people sit in quiet reflection. A young woman finds the courage to ask the priest, "Why is our temple so simple?" The priest replies, "Our religion guides us to find the divine spark within ourselves. It's not about opulence, but inner enlightenment. Here we learn that hymns are our actions, and our altars are the hearts we touch." In this Stoic utopia, nature too is a sanctuary of wisdom. Preserved and honored, it is the ultimate teacher of acceptance, resilience, and the interconnectedness of life. After all, nature is the grandest temple, a wellspring of timeless lessons on coexistence, endurance, and the beauty of the cycle of life. In this sanctuary, every creature is respected as a fellow traveler in the odyssey of existence. Inside a vast and deep forest, a group of diverse people encounter a majestic waterfall. They watch in awe as a bear and a deer share the same stream peacefully. A child among them asks, "Why is nature so different here?" A wise elder overhearing them answers, "Nature teaches us acceptance, resilience, and interconnectedness. In this sanctuary, every creature is respected as a fellow traveler in the collective journey of existence." This is a world not of what is, but what could be. A canvas where philosophy colors every corner of life, crafting a masterpiece of society where the Stoic heart beats at the core of existence. This, dear ladies and gentlemen, is the vision of a Stoic utopia, a world not of chance, but of choice. A society not of noise, but of nuance. A civilization where the Stoic heart beats strong, envisioning us to think, what if?